to today's episode of the Wildcat Way Show. My name is Mackenzie Harris, and as you know, the Wildcat Way Show is a YouTube channel and a podcast that we use to reflect our way of life here at Pearl River Community College, where our motto is pride, respect, class, and character. In today's episode, I have a very special guest that I not only admire myself as an employee here on campus, but she's also my boss, who I look up to and that I respect a lot. So I'm very excited to have Miss Kari Eve Valence.
Yeah.
She's actually the creator of the Wildcat Way Show, so we're so excited to be interviewing her today.
Thank you.
Just kind of talking about your new position as the Director of Recruitment and the kind of ideas and the events that we have going on campus.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about what it's been like starting off this year as the Director of Recruitment.
So we made a lot of changes this summer, starting in July 1, throughout the whole entire college, right? And Dr. Brewerwood really has a vision moving forward over the next few years of really changing the culture here on campus and to make it more positive and impactful for all of our students and our Wildcat family as a whole. And upon different discussions he had with Candace and Jeff Long and all of our other VPs, they decided to switch things up a little bit and kind of change a little bit of the Office of Recruitment. And so bringing me into it to kind of bring a little more liveliness to everything. Now that we're kind of thankfully over the COVID hump, we kind of want to have a lot more engagement with our potential Wildcats and get out there and in their face. And since I worked a lot with the marketing communications department to be the face of the institution, they thought that it would make sense to have me come over here to the Office of Recruitment and work with our amazing recruitment team and to have y'all be the focus and the face of the institution as well. And to really restructure our River Navigators who serve as our student representatives for PRCC. And I think that our recruiters, Mackenzie, Caitlin, Ron Shea, Chelsea, and Kendall, our secretary, Ms. Sherry, and our River Navigators are just an amazing reflection of who we are as the Wildcat family. And I think that our administrators saw that and wanted to kind of unite all of us as one and have us all underneath the umbrella of the Office of Recruitment.
Awesome, and it's something so amazing to be a part of here in the Office of Recruitment. And tell us a little bit about your background and how you feel like that has helped you in this area of recruitment.
So I come from a news media background. I worked at WLOX for several years before joining the Wildcat family. I actually married into the Wildcat family. My husband was a student here 20 years ago, and so whenever we got together and I started learning more about life here in South Mississippi, he said, you should apply for a job at PRCC and do something like with marketing and communication, since that was my background. I worked at WLOX for several years. I worked at WDSU in New Orleans. I wrote for the Times-Picayune newspaper in New Orleans. So I am very communicative and I like to engage with people. And there happened to be a position. Dr. Brewerwood was brainstorming ways to revitalize the marketing and communications department. So he brought in our vice president, Ms. Candace Harper, to really make a new dream team, is what we called ourselves a few years ago when we all came together, and we started working together for the marketing communications department. And I just fell in love with this institution. And when my husband came back on campus, he was like, wow, a lot has changed this 20 years. But one thing he did say, now that we've been a part of it for the last few years, he's like, I still feel the same way that I did when I was there, right? He sees still how the instructors and the professors have a one-on-one contact and communication with their students. When you're walking through campus, everyone is acknowledging each other, high-fiving, fist bumping, or just waving during COVID, but you really get a sense that everyone here knows each other and cares about each other. And really your title, your rank, if you're an instructor or a vice president or a student or a lawn person here keeping our campus so beautiful, everyone gets along, everyone's a part of the family, and we all work together to really reflect that to people and prospective students who are visiting our campus.
Absolutely. And I can say that for a fact because whenever I'm out, basically selling the school to these kids, it's something that I can really put my heart behind because I know how great of an institution it is. Just like you said, you fall in love with it whenever you come here.
Right.
And so I think that makes our job a lot easier as the Office of Recruitment because what we're telling people is all 100% true, and it's, you know, from our stories here on campus, and it's what we've been through, and we're able to relate that to the students that we're recruiting.
Right, and I think that we've been really lucky, especially this fall semester, right? Over the summer, there were a few hiccups when some schools maybe opened a little prematurely, but now that we're gone past that, we've been so busy as an office. I mean, just one day last week, we were at 3 different high school, college, and career fairs. We had 2 professional developments in one day and a football game that evening. So we are just throwing ourselves into creating contacts within our community and really engaging with those students and the counselors and all the students' influencers, whether it's the high school counselors or the parents or their aunt and uncle. It's just so important to really get a baseline level of acknowledgement and assurance to them that we're here for them and for their kids, that they are giving to us to become a part of our Wildcat family. As a mom myself, I really take that very seriously, because I think, you know, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, so we still have some time until we're dealing with college admissions and things. But I do always want to make sure that the mom feels secure in her commitment to send her child to PRCC. So I do sell the point that we are a very family influenced community here on this campus, and that our Wildcat family really works hard to work with one another to keep each other living the Wildcat way with pride, respect, class, and character.
Absolutely. And so some things that we've got going on campus that people can be involved in, some different events and stuff like that. Let's talk about those few things that we've got coming up.
So as the Office of Recruitment, we're always really busy planning things, and we help all of our other departments plan things as well, because really everyone involved of the PRCC are recruiters, right? They're all a part of marketing and communication as well, because anytime you go to Walmart in a PRCC Wildcat shirt, you're representing our institution, and we want to make sure that we're doing it to the best of our ability. So we're working hands in hand with all departments here on campus, specifically like financial aid. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be working with our Office of Financial Aid. Our director, Ms. Tyra Brooks, reached out to me. So we're working with them to start a FAFSA Friday day that we're going to start doing about once a month here on campus. We're going to be inviting all potential Wildcats who have already filled out an admissions application to come to campus with their parents, and we will help them through the FAFSA application process. Now, that's a really important thing. In the past few years, we've gone to all the different high schools and literally spent sometimes 5 working days with one high school helping each student fill out their FAFSA application. And I know that is such an incredible need for the students and their parents, but we want to make sure that we're helping our potential Wildcats first and foremost, right? So we need to help those students and parents who have already gone through the initial application process to be a part of PRCC and have been accepted for admittance, and then we will help the students who come here on campus with their FAFSA. Our financial aid department is really awesome in what they do, and they know every single answer to every single question that you have. So we'll be having those FAFSA Fridays at the financial aid office in the administration building, and the Office of Recruitment will be there to give you tours if you want a tour of campus, or if you want to go, if you're already ready to go get your student ID, we'll walk you over to the business office. If you want to take a look at some of the dorms, we'll have all of our dorms open for those students and their parents to go see dorms, because our housing applications are open right now, and it's never too soon to get that application process finished, because we have a wait list for our dorms. You know, I mean, everybody wants to live here on the Poplarville campus. It's really amazing to be a part of the student activity community here, and that's something that we really like to tell and explain to people about. You know, our student activity department works tirelessly to make sure that our kids here on campus are just as fully formed and structured as they can be. The director of student activity, Alex Kennedy, she likes to say that students who are engaged outside of the classroom are going to also be engaged inside of the classroom, right? And I think that is so important, because if the student is happy here on campus, they're going to bring that attitude with them to their studies, don't you think? So
Absolutely.
I think it's really important for the students and their parents to get here on campus ahead of time so they can see the things that we have going on. So that first FAFSA Friday is going to be November 12th, so in just a couple of weeks.
Yes.
So we're already working on that, and there's going to be a lot of information sent out to everybody. When you come on campus in the next few weeks, if you happen to just come for a tour, don't be surprised to see some Christmas stuff out and about. I know it's the end of October, beginning of November, depending on when you're watching or listening to this, but we do this amazing thing for the community that's called Wildcat Wonderland. It's been going on for the last several years. One of our Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. Martha Lou Smith, spearheads this every year, and we've already been working on it for months, and it's still over a month away. But we have Christmas lights already going up on buildings. There's a reindeer sleigh outside of our Office of Recruitment right now. Yes. My son was on campus earlier. We passed by Snoopy, and he was so excited. So we are already starting to decorate all around campus for Wildcat Wonderland, which will be Thursday, November 18th. That's going to be a huge event. Like, we're seeing thousands of people are going to be on campus that evening. That's going to be from 5 until 7:30 that night. You can come on campus with their families. Anyone from throughout the community is invited to come. It is a free event, okay? We're going to have cookie decorating with Mrs. Claus inside the Crosby Hall, inside the cafeteria. We're gonna have our Wildcat Kids Club coloring books are gonna be available free for the kids to color a little bit there, take home and enjoy throughout the Christmas season, so that way they'll always have a piece of a Wildcat with them. We're gonna have Reindeer Games, which is what our office is going to be in charge of, all the fun games for the kids to play. It's always a lot of fun. We have a live nativity, which our Baptist Student Union is in charge of, and they dress up as the wise men and have a live nativity there. We have a petting zoo that's going to be there, little big bunnies and cats and everything like that. There's a pony ride that the kids can take advantage of. We've had a live camel as a part of the nativity scene in years past, so we're working to get that camel back onto campus. So that's not something I ever thought that I was going to say out loud before, but to get that camel onto campus. But that is something that we're working on right now. What else? We have a train ride for the kids to go on. And that night at 7 o'clock, the Brownstone Center for the Performing Arts is really going to be the place to be at 7 o'clock. The curtains will open. It's for the Fine Arts Department's Christmas Spectacular show that they've been working on. It is amazing. I mean, to see the kids in the audience's faces shine with the lights and everything and all the Christmas spectacular festivities is so, so special. And you know, you can get tickets by visiting the Brownstone Center for the Arts website. You just go to our website, prcc.edu/Brownstone Center. You can buy tickets for that. It's just really going to be a really, really fun event. And then those decorations are going to stay up throughout the Christmas season for people to come onto campus and view. It's really awesome. I do encourage everybody to come to campus throughout the holidays. And then the very next day, that Friday before we leave for Thanksgiving break, the 19th, is going to be Fine Arts Day here on campus. Dr. Trevor Hunt, who's the director of the Fine Arts and Communication Department, he asked me about 2 months ago to start planning this event. He really had that date in mind. He knew exactly what he wanted. So we had a brainstorming meeting with our marketing and communication people and everyone from the Fine Arts and Communications department, and they knew exactly what they wanted. Like, I'll tell you what, they had their ducks in a row. They're like, we want to start like this, and then go right here. So we're helping them get all that off the ground for a Fine Arts Day directed specifically to students who are interested in any of our fine arts classes that we offer here at PRCC. So those students will be able to come on campus and get kind of like a sped up version of what we saw the night before with the Christmas show. They're going to get to see pieces of that, and they're going to get to take a tour directly into the classrooms that they are interested in, right? So they'll be able to see those instructors, and the instructor will give kind of like show a little demonstration of what it is that they teach in their class. I'm doing this because I'm thinking of how they do making the bowls and stuff like the art, and the molding and the clay. So that's what I'm thinking. So they're going to do things like that. So we have like a lot of fun things happening just coming up in this month of November. Then once we get past Christmas break and the springtime comes, big things are in plan. I mean, we are talking about like the Wildcat experience. We're talking about CTE Day. That's going to be focused just on our CTE students who are in CTE classes at the high schools in our 6 county districts coming to campus all at once to see everything that PRCC CTE classes have to offer. It's really going to be amazing. The Wildcat experience, we were hoping to have one this fall, but with high school sports and the rulings that just came down, they're changing the game. So you know what? Now that we already have everything planned, we're ready to put it into action in the spring. We're going to have an Allied Health Day at our Forest County campus in Hattiesburg, which is going to be a really, really wonderful resource for students in the Forest County and Pine Belt area to come to the Forest County campus and see just how amazing our allied health programs are up there. I mean, above par. There are bar none. No one else is like equal on that level of the allied health on the Forest County campus. I think that it's just really, really amazing. So we have a lot of things planned throughout this next month and through the spring already that we're looking ahead at.
All of those events are so awesome, especially like going back to the very beginning with the FAFSA days.
Yeah.
I mean, just whenever we're out here talking to students, that is a big hiccup that everybody gets to in the admissions process of becoming a student.
Absolutely.
So it's really great that we have that opportunity for them to come on campus and to help them fill out that FAFSA.
Right.
Of course, Wildcat Wonderland. I mean, that sounds amazing.
It's going to be so fun. Yeah, we're really excited about it.
It sounds awesome. This will be my first really experience with Wildcat Wonderland.
Right.
And I'm so excited to see like all the Christmas stuff. Like just like you said, seeing this stuff just outside of our office is exciting. So I'm like, I saw the guys trying to hang the Christmas lights earlier, but it's really kind of putting everybody in a spirit right now. So all of that stuff is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great as recruitment tools for us to be able to have these type of days like the Allied Health Days, the Fine Arts, because people ask about that stuff all the time. And it's like, you can come on campus and you can talk to the people that are all in those departments. So it's really great for us and for the students to be able to have those kind of days on campus and be able to come experience it. So that's awesome. Is there anything else that you'd like to kind of touch on?
Just that, you know, I think that us as a department as a whole, the Office of Recruitment, we are super excited about what we do. I think that we're very lucky because we have like the best job here on campus. And you know, I was a little nervous whenever they first started talking about making switches and putting me over this department, just because I know that as much fun as it is a very demanding job, right? Like we don't work normal hours. Y'all are working the Poplarville football game tonight at 7 o'clock, you know, and you've already been to a college and career fair, then we're filming this and you're doing that tonight. Like I did tours this morning, a VIP tour, and you do a lot all throughout the course of the day, but it makes the days fly by. I feel like I'm always on the move and excited to do things. Our jobs are really important because the job as a recruiter isn't just to like advertise the school. We have to help those students get through every aspect of their enrollment process. And just like you said with the FAFSA, that FAFSA day is very important because that's the day when we're going to be able to help you get through that step. And it's a step that has to be taken in order to fully become a part of the Wildcat family. So just please know that anytime you need anything, if you ever need help with anything or have a question, our door to the Department of Recruitment is always open. So you can always come here and ask us, email us, give us a call, schedule a tour. Even if you just want a tour of like a particular classroom or you just want to see the inside of a dorm, we do that. We offer tours on Tuesdays and Fridays from 9 o'clock until 3 o'clock. Call us, email us, go on the website and request a tour, and we're happy to help you.
Absolutely. That's been our campaign, is happy to help.
Absolutely, and I feel like all of us that work here in this department, we live that inherently anyway, so it's easy to be able to say we're happy to.
Absolutely, because it's like you automatically go to say it, and you're like, that's our campaign. But that is one thing too that, just like you touched on about how important our job is, you know, a lot of people have asked me, you know, about my role here at Pearl River, and I take a lot of pride in it because I do see that I'm the first face that some of these students ever even associate with Pearl River Community College. And I'm like, that is so important, that the first contact that you have, the first interaction you have with someone, that's a big responsibility put on us.
Right.
And so it's really awesome though to see that and to see people changing their mind and deciding to become a part of the Wildcat family right in front of you.
Right.
So it's an awesome job, and I'm so excited to be a part of it this year, and I'm so excited for you as the director, and I've loved every minute that I've been here, and I'm so excited for all of the other plans that we have going on.
Yeah, we've got a lot in store, so just keep tuned.
Keep in tune with us. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. It's fun to be on this side of the conversation as opposed to now you have all the work on your side.
It's all there we go. Exactly. It's fun to just come and do the interview. But yes, thank you so much for coming on the show, and of course being as amazing as you are at it. And of course to all of our followers and listeners, please just, you know, like, comment, share as much as you possibly can. can follow us on all of our social media accounts at the Wildcat Way Show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And we just thank you so much for listening and watching, and we hope to see you soon and hope that you see us soon. So thank you and goodbye.